Get in the center of your mat. You gotta make yourself comfortable and adjusted. That's your center. Yes, sir. All right, you can cross your legs, whatever's most comfortable for you. Go ahead and close your eyes. Begin to take some deep breaths. Breathing in and out. Allowing yourself to focus on the present moment. To become centered and balanced. To eliminate distractions. And listen to yourself as you continue to breathe. Lengthen the spine. Few more deep breaths. Now, as you continue to have your eyes closed, begin to circle your neck, rotating it nice and slow. Circulating it in the opposite direction. Coming to a stationary position, we're going to allow our neck to fall to the right side as if our shoulder and ear want to touch. Take 3 deep breaths. Continue to keep that back nice and straight. Inhaling, bringing that neck back to center. Exhale, allow it to fall to the opposite side, taking 3 deep breaths, holding it there. Inhaling back to center. We're going to do some spinal flexing. So as we inhale, we're going to lengthen the back just as though we are now. And as we exhale, we're going to cave and arch the back in. Tuck the chin into the chest. Hunch the shoulders over. Inhale, lengthen nice and tall. Reaching out through the crown of the head. Exhale and cave in. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Once more, exhale, cave in, spinal flexing. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Beautiful. Relax the shoulders. And if you are, allow yourself to face this way, the center of the top of your mat rather than the side of your mat. We're going to inhale, reach our arms up, lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to tilt forward, hinging at the hips. Place your hands on your mat, and you're going to rock yourself forward if you can. So, or you can just rock. There you go. Yep, good job. Good job. And then you're going to come onto all fours. So you're going to have your knees and your palms submerged into your mat as though you are a table. We're going to take an inhale, come onto the balls of the feet, push up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. Exhale, let's bring those heels to the mat. And we're going to inhale and walk those hands and feet together, finding yourself in a forward fold. You're going to bend your knees, inhale, reaching up towards the ceiling, the sky, extending out through the arms. We're going to exhale and fall forward, hinge at the hips. Nice deep breaths as you exhale. Inhale, we're going to lengthen and flatten the back. Hands below or above the knees, reaching out through the crown of the head. Exhale, fall forward, hinging back at the hips. This time, grab onto the back of your shins. And with your next inhale, place your hands onto your mat, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Exhale, heels to the mat. Good job. Inhale, we're going to come forward for a plank. And as we exhale, we're going to come into our chaturanga. Knees, belly, chest, and forehead coming all the way down to your mat. Keeping those hands next to your chest, tuck your elbows in, and as you inhale, we're going to reach up for an upward facing dog. Exhale, coming all the way back down, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. And on your next inhale, come onto the balls of your feet, pushing up and back into your downward facing dog. Good job. Exhale, heels to the mat. And as you inhale, we're going to bring the right foot up into the air. Exhale, we're going to bring it forward for a lunge, raising it in between both arms and hands. Beautiful. And we're going to push up. Beautiful. Take that back foot. Make sure it's at a 45-degree angle. We're going to come into our warrior one. So you want to make sure that front knee and ankle is aligned and that you can still see your beautiful toes. Hips are facing forward. You could bring the arms up above your head, heart center, or placing on your hips, whatever you desire. And just take 6 deep breaths, really feeling this pose and posture. Making sure those hips are in front of you, not out to the sides, but directly in front. And whenever you have finished that last breath, we're going to extend the arms out to 3 and 9 o'clock position, opening up the hips, coming into warrior two. Gently gaze over that right middle finger. Still keeping that knee and ankle aligned and bent. We're going to inhale and lengthen that front leg. Exhale, you're going to gently tilt forward and come down into your triangle. Extending that left arm up towards the ceiling or sky. And gently looking up towards that middle finger as well. Placing that right hand either on your ankle, your shin, and if you can, bringing it all the way down to the mat. Inhale, pushing back up. Exhale, releasing those hands. Inhale, you're going to push forward, coming back to mountain. Beautiful job. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, arms up, reaching out through the, extending through the fingertips. Exhale, fall forward. Grabbing onto the back of those shins, really extending the stretch. Inhale, coming up for a half lift. Lengthening the spine, reaching out through the crown of the head. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, place those hands onto your mat, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale, come forward for your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees, belly, chest, and forehead. Placing those hands next to your chest, elbows tucked in. Inhale, pushing up for an upward dog. Exhale, releasing, coming all the way down. Inhale onto the balls of the feet. Tuck those elbows in, pushing up and back into your upward facing dog. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale, left leg up into the air. Exhale, bringing it forward, coming up into your warrior one. Back foot 45 degrees, knee and ankle aligned. Hips are front and center. Arms above or at heart center or on the hips. Take 6 deep breaths. And once you have finished that last breath, extend those arms out, opening up to warrior two, 3 and 9 o'clock position, gazing over that left middle finger. Inhale, extend that front leg, gently tilt forward and down, coming into your triangle. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, release those arms, pushing up into your mountain. We're going to pick up the pace a little, so instead of doing 6 deep breaths, we're going to do 3. So inhale, arms all the way up, reaching out through the fingertips. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, hands on the mat, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale, forward for your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees, belly, chest, and forehead. Hands next to the chest. Inhale, pushing up for your upward facing dog. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale onto the balls of the feet, pushing up and back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up into the air, coming forward for your warrior one on the right side. Hi, Miss Diane. Hips facing forward. 3 deep breaths and then transition. You can join us. And once you finish that third breath from warrior two, open up to warrior two from warrior one. Finishing off, extending that front leg, gently tilting forward, coming down into your triangle. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, drop those hands, coming back to mountain. Firmly planting those feet, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, place those hands on your mat, downward facing dog. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale, forward for a plank. Exhale, knees, belly, chest, and forehead. Hands next to the chest. Inhale, pushing up for your upward facing dog. Exhale, release. Coming onto the balls of your feet. Inhaling, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Exhale, heels to the mat. Inhale, left leg up. Coming forward for a lunge, transitioning into your warrior one. 3 deep breaths and then transition to warrior two. Then going into your extended triangle. Once you're finished, meet us all back out at mountain. Shaking it out once you get to mountain. So we're going to do this same sequence, but everybody's going to do it by themselves at your own pace without my guidance. We're going to do 2 rounds on each side, and you can move on your own pace, and then we're going to sink back into child's pose so we can all unite back together to slow it down. So whenever you're ready, inhale, arms up, and moving fluidly on your own. Remember, 2 rounds on each side. Coming into a nice, well-rounded flow. Taking your time, listening to your body as you breathe. Whenever you have finished, allow yourself to fall forward, sinking back into child's pose. Once you get to child's pose, take a few deep breaths. Inhale, come onto all fours. Tabletop position. We're going to side swipe the legs so you can allow the knees to fall to the right or to the left, or you can crisscross your legs and allow yourself to sink back into a seated pose. Or just take your time. We're going to adjust those legs out in front of us, lengthening those legs coming into your staff pose. Inhale, bring those arms up, reaching out through the fingertips. Take 10 deep breaths, reaching tall and wide. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you continue to reach, draw the navel to the spine and heightening some core work. Once you finish that last breath, allow yourself to fall forward, reaching for your toes, hinging at the hips, pushing out through the heels of the feet, allowing those toes to point towards you. Take 10 deep breaths. And once you have finished, slowly roll that back all the way up, coming to a nice lengthened position. We're going to bring both feet together, coming to a bound angle, butterfly pose. You can hold onto your ankles or grip your feet. As you inhale, extend the spine, and as you exhale, you're going to hinge forward, allowing those hips to fall forward, finding your uncomfortable but comfortable spot. And as you inhale, allow yourself to fall a little further, taking 10 deep breaths. Once you have finished, inhale, roll that spine all the way back up. We're going to lengthen both of those legs halfway out and allow the feet to be firmly planted onto your mat, bending the knees just gently. Hold on to the back of your knees. Take a nice deep inhale, extend the spine. And as you exhale, we're going to gently lift the knees up and off the mat, coming into our belt pose. You can hold on to the back of your knees or you can let them go and stand free. We're going to push out through the heels of the feet. Take 10 deep breaths. Draw the navel to the spine and focus. Once you finish, scrub onto the back of the knees if you aren't already holding. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, allow the spine to gently roll all the way back down to the mat. Finding your knees in the air, bring them to your chest, cradling them and rocking back and forth. Allow them and yourself to become stationary. Lengthen out the arms to your sides. Gently inhale, raising the knees, bringing them into the air at a 90-degree angle. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to allow both knees to fall to the right side, keeping your shoulders on your mat, gently gazing over your left shoulder, and taking 10 deep breaths.